Hi, this is Robert Proctor with Multisoft Corporation, your MLM software provider. Today I'd like to talk to you about a new benefit that's available in the Market Power Pro MLM software that's now available for you as a company owner, your distributors, and your customers. It's called 2FA, which is two-factor authentication or multi-factor authentication. If you read our weekly newsletter that goes out each Wednesday, in the last few weeks you may have read about our news talking about 2FA. If you'd like to watch a video on 2FA, you can go to vimeo.com/multisoft and click on the video entitled What is 2FA to get more information on why we've enabled two-factor authentication or multi-factor authentication in the Market Power Pro MLM software. Suffice it to say that CAPTCHA codes have been recently used over the last few years to ensure security for your distributors and your customers when logging into your software. Well, CAPTCHA codes are no longer non-hackable. Over recent months, we've found out that third-party CAPTCHA applications are actually able to be hackable, and due to the recent influx in cryptocurrency and adoption by some of the major e-commerce industry companies, two-factor authentication has been empowered and enabled for software. So two-factor authentication is used when a customer, a distributor, or an administrator is logging into your system, and simply I'm going to show you how that's used here. I'm on the login page for our Market Power Pro software, and I'm going to click on sign in. The moment I do, a text message is going to come to my phone that will allow me to enter a code, and there it is. There's the text message. I'm going to go ahead and enter that code here, and that's going to allow me to validate. Sending an email is not always guaranteed, and it's not always security proof that somebody's not going to be able to get your email. But in today's age, we all have our cell phone readily available, or when we've signed up, we've put in our home phone or our office phone. If you don't receive the text message, you can click the button that says resend PIN code, or you can actually click a button here that says call phone for PIN code, and within a few seconds your phone, it could be your office phone, your home phone, your mobile phone, will ring with a digitized voice providing you the information, the code, the PIN code, to go ahead and sign in. So I'm going to go ahead and sign into the system here. And as you can see, that PIN code that was sent to my personal private cell phone number that I'm carrying with me has now been authenticated. If you're wondering what we use, we actually use a third-party system called Authy.com, and should you decide, which we recommend that you sign up for two-factor authentication, you're going to want to go to Authy.com, and as you can see here, major companies such as Facebook, Yahoo, Google and Gmail, Amazon and Twitter are all using two-factor authentications. You're seeing a lot of credit card companies, a lot of e-commerce companies, a lot of merchant account provider companies go to two-factor authentication. So I'm going to go back here, and you're probably wondering, well, Robert, how do I enable this in my Market Power Pro system? You're going to want to go to Company in the main administrative menu. You go to Modules, and you scroll down, and at the bottom of Modules, there says two-factor authentication settings. You're going to want to go ahead and click on two-factor authentication settings. And for now, just ignore the enable duo-factor authentication. What we're working with, again, as I said, is Authy, enable Authy two-factor authentication. So when you sign up again over here at Authy.com, they're going to give you a code. They're going to actually give you what's called an API key. You're going to put the API key in here, and you're going to click to enable two-factor authentication. Now you also, as the company owner, the administrator, can decide how do you want to use two-factor authentication. You can use it for distributor enrollment, so before your distributor is able to complete the enrollment, it's actually going to verify the phone number that they've put in is their phone number, and it's going to send that PIN code to their phone. The same thing with a customer registering. You're going to be able to validate that it's an actual real customer registering. It's not a robot or some sort of bot that's actually registering in the system. You can also enable the two-factor authentication for login. This is where we highly recommend it be enabled, so that anytime a customer, a distributor, an administrator, a C-suite employee, your warehouse manager, or your customer support is logging in, it's going to do a two-factor authentication and send that PIN code to their system. And what's most important, at a minimum that we highly suggest, is that you enable the two-factor authentication, the multi-factor, for profile updates. What this means is anytime one of your customers or your distributors changes their phone number, their email address, their username, or their password, before that's going to be accepted in the system, it's going to send that PIN code to their cell phone, and they're going to have to confirm it. So this is a very high-level security protocol that's now been put into the Market Power Pro software, again, called two-factor authentication. You're going to want to go to authy.com. Once you have authy.com and your API key, you're going to put it in here and check those boxes. If you have any additional information about two-factor authentication, the Market Power Pro MLM software system, and how it can help you or how you can enable 2FA, give your account executive a call, or call our customer support line, or submit a ticket at multisoft.bestdarncrm.com so that we can assist you and your company in enabling a higher level of security, which is going to give your distributors, your customers, a higher comfort level of transacting business with your company. This is Robert Proctor with Multisoft and Market Power Pro. I hope you've got some value from this today. If you did, do me a favor, share it, like it, and let others know so that they can obtain the same value today. Thank you and have a great day.